Well, hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well, and I know it's been a while since I've recorded. I've been a little busy. So about a week or so ago, I took my bicycle and I did a week-long drive. And I did the Gap, which is the Greater Allegheny Passage, and the C&O Canal, which is a towpath. And what it does is it connects Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. And so it was a 6-day event, and I did it all on my bicycle. And if you've seen any of my past videos, you know that I'm a stroke survivor. So this trip was kind of a test for myself to see, could I do this? And I did. And I was actually pretty happy with the results that I had. I felt like I was able to ride pretty strong, and I got it done and I wasn't exhausted from it. So I do truly feel like my body is back. I don't have any residual from the stroke at all. So over the next couple of days, keep coming back to my channel. In fact, if you could subscribe and like this video, that way you can keep coming back to see my future videos. But what I'm going to do is each day I will put on there all of the rides. So for example, the first day we went from, actually I did Pittsburgh to Boston. They call it Little Boston because it's Boston, PA, which is a 20-mile trip. Then I turned around, went back to Pittsburgh, and then went out to Ohio Pile to meet the rest of my group. I did it with a group. So technically, my drive was from Pittsburgh to Ohio Pile, Pennsylvania. Then the second day, I went from Ohio Pile to Cumberland, Maryland. The third day, I went from Cumberland, Maryland to Hancock, Maryland. The fourth day, I went from Hancock to Shepherdstown, West Virginia. The fifth day, I went from Shepherdstown to Monocacy, I think I'm saying it right. And then the sixth day, I went from Monocacy to Washington, D.C. And you ended up going to Mile Zero, which is kind of behind the Watergate Hotel. So come back tomorrow. The rest of this video, you will see my first day ride. And then keep coming back and you will see the rest of my trip. Now, in doing this trip, I had a little ulterior motive for me as well. I've always wanted to do the RAGBRAI, and I forget what it stands for, but it's basically a ride across Iowa. I'm going to do that. I am going to do that bike ride later next month. So I will give you more information on that as it comes. But for now, enjoy these videos, and again, keep coming back so that you can see more of my biking tour. All right, thank you. Okay, folks, I am entering Point State Park here in Pittsburgh, getting ready to start my hike. And of course, it is raining out this morning, guys. It's raining, but you know, that's just what we got to do today. We'll deal with it. It's all okay. So we're going up under the bridge here, and then straight ahead is the point. They don't have the water on this morning. But it sure is pretty, even in the rain. Even in the rain, everything is beautiful. So I'll give you a quick tour of the city here from my bike. We're just taking the side trails to get down to the point. It's very pretty. It is very pretty, if I do say so. Even in the rain. Even in the rain. Supposedly this is passing, so it shouldn't last long. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's a beautiful morning out here. All right, so I'm gonna just take this bike down these steps here just to make it a little easier. Sorry if it bumps. Little bumpy, but here we are. We're at the point. Usually the fountain's on, but it's not on this morning, unfortunately. And straight ahead, that scene right there, that is Acrisure Stadium, not to be confused with Heinz Field, or before that, Three River Stadium, but that's where the Steelers play. This river to my right is the Allegheny. The Monongahela is up here to the left, and that is the Ohio River. And from here, this is the actual start. This is where the Gap Trail starts. So let me see if I can get a picture of all of this. Trying to pick up my camera without knocking it down. Okay, so that point right there, that is the start of the Gap Trail. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my bike in here or not. I'll try. But there's my bike. That's me. That is the city of Pittsburgh. And again, that is that river there. That is the Monongahela. That river there is the Allegheny, and they come together to form the Ohio River. Pittsburgh's a great town, and I used to live in that condo right there. My husband and I, that's where we lived. So, okay guys, what do you say? You want to get out there on the road? The rain's not going to stop, so we might as well make an effort of it today. Rain or no rain, right? Just keep going. Rain or no rain, we just keep going. Okay guys, we are starting our bike ride. We are going up or down the Monongahela River, which is on this side here. Even though it's raining, it's not a bad day, which is pretty crazy. It's not a bad day, even in the rain. You know, on these days, you just get out here and ride. That's all you can do. You just get out here and ride. Hope for the best. So this is the beginning of the Gap. You just kind of go along here, and eventually you do get to the Gap, but you got to get out of downtown Pittsburgh first. Morning. Okay guys, we're getting ready to go across the bridge. This is called the Hot Metal Bridge. Pretty cool. So I guess during the steel mill days they used to use this to take iron across the river. You're good, you're good. So this is the city of Pittsburgh. It's not a very good view this morning, but I'll show you here. If I can get my camera. There we go. Okay. That is the city of Pittsburgh. It's kind of blurry out there, but that is the city of Pittsburgh. And we're going across the Hot Metal Bridge here. I always think this setting is really cool. At the end of this bridge is the American Eagle Outfitters headquarters, and they have that eagle on the side of the building. It's really pretty. Okay, so now we are officially on the Gap Trail. We were on it the whole way, but now we're really away from all the cars and all that stuff. And down here is the Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pitt Panthers training facility. My husband used to be down here every day, well, during the season, interviewing guys. Oh, there's some little geese, little baby ones. He would be down here interviewing the players and just watching practice and, you know, doing his daily reporting. That was his job down here. So we're coming up on their facility here in just a minute. They've got an indoor playing field in there, so sometimes our run group used to go in there and have drills and things like that. So that was always pretty cool. And this building to the right, the medical facility, I used to have a lot of training in there after I'd have various injuries. But up here is the training facility. There's always some guys out waiting to get an autograph. So there's the training facility. There's some guys going in this morning. And our newest football player, Aaron Rodgers, should be here today. So we've got a new quarterback, Pittsburgh. We'll see what happens this year. Should be interesting. And then over here, these are all the playing fields to the right here. The outdoor playing fields. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool facility down here. Can you hear the train? There goes the train. So that was a tent, and he had his bike, so he got to hear that train a lot overnight. That's the only thing with this trail. It is an old railroad track, so the beauty of it is it's pretty flat. It's a 1 degree incline basically the whole way until you get to the Continental Divide, which I'll be out there Actually, 2 days from now. I'll be out there on Monday. But so it's pretty level, but it's next to another track. It's next to a track, so you get a lot of that noise the whole way, which is kind of cool because some of the places they'll blow their horn at you and stuff like that. So anyway, it's a beautiful day, and now that I'm under these trees, I don't even feel the rain. So it's a good day. It's a good day out here. Eventually, this pavement will end and it becomes crushed rock. So somebody put on the ground, only 303 miles to go. And back here, up in those trees, there are bald eagles. Nobody's out here today, but usually there are people out here taking pictures of it. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so we're coming up on Sandcastle, which I heard on the news this weekend that they have delayed it. This is the third weekend they're going to try to open because of the weather. They haven't been able to open because of the weather. But behind that wall to the left is Sandcastle. You can see some of the slides coming up here right now. Of all the times that I have lived in Pittsburgh, I have never been to Sandcastle. I don't know why, I just never have. But it looks like it's a cool place. Looks like it's a cool place, especially if you got, you know, a lot of kids and stuff. I bet they just love riding on all the slides and everything. So anyway, that's Sandcastle. And now, I don't know if you can see them up ahead, but all of those, I don't know what you call them, water spouts or something. It was from the old steel mill. And that is all that's left of the steel mill now. But everything over here used to just be steel. And it's all gone now. Now that town that I'm about to come to now, it's just shopping. They have restaurants and shopping. So my husband and I, we used to come out here, and on Friday nights we would get something to eat, and then we would go see a movie. So this was one of our date night places up here. There are many signs on the pathway, but I've got, according to this, I have 325, not 303, which is what the sign back there said. So I got a ways to go. So tomorrow I will make it to Cumberland. So is it tomorrow? No, tomorrow I will go from Boston to Ohio Pile. So, and then from Boston I will get to Cumberland the next day. My first tip over. I'm trying cleats now, and it doesn't always go that well, but everything's okay. I landed in the grass, so it's great. Okay, we got another train on the move over here. There are actually 3 trains on the tracks over there, but I'm coming up on one of the steepest hills. It's that bridge up there, and it's a, or I guess that's not this bridge, it's the next bridge. But it's just a way to get over the train tracks. It's coming up. So I'll just leave this recording for a little while. It's a little bumpy back here. It does smooth out when you get to the crushed rock, but they have what they call frost heaves. For those of my friends in Florida, you might not know what a frost heave is. It's these little cracks when you hit them, it just shakes everything on the bike, including the camera. My Garmin is telling me I'm climbing. It's not a huge climb, but on technically a pretty flat surface, I guess this is a climb. And for me being in Florida, I'm so used to flat surfaces now that any climb is a workout. And we're climbing the hill, going over the train tracks. The bridges that they have here are really cool. They are very cool. The way they did it, just for the Gap Trail, which is amazing that they do that. And there we are, we're at the top. Now we climb the other side. Good morning. I don't know if you can hear this train horn. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool day. Rock slide area. Be alert, look and listen. No earphones. Active rock slides. Okay. And there was a lot of rain yesterday, so that's probably not helping holding the rocks up today. dock there. Kennywood. So it's obviously not open today, but we are at Kennywood, and that is one of the roller coasters. And if it were a dry day, you'd see people go by. So it's pretty cool. It's very cool. Going across another bridge. I think this is the Allegheny, or the Monongahela that I'm crossing, which is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And I think this is where we end up in McKeesport. Before, when I looked, that was actually Duquesne. That last town, that was Duquesne. And now we're heading into McKeesport. Pretty bridge. Beautiful bridges here. They did such a great job in making this trail available for anybody. I mean, literally any bike can be out here, which is pretty amazing. They just don't want anything powered. So something that has an accelerator on it, even if it's an e-bike, if it's got an accelerator on it, it's my understanding you can't be on the trail. That's my understanding. So here's a round building. My Garmin talks to me every 5 miles, so I apologize for that. But this little round building, it's very cool out here. Good morning. And we are officially on crushed rock just after McKeesport. So I made it about 20 miles and then I'm now on the crushed rock, which it's fine. It's beautiful out here. And we're just a little old train track right next to us. It's not active, it's just a little short piece. But it's really pretty out here today. Even on a rainy day, it's a pretty day on a rainy day. So I'm on crushed rock now, and I'm almost to my actual stop for the day. I'm meeting up with my team tomorrow, and so we'll start from Boston, which is the name of the town that I'm going to. So almost there. On the left there's a baseball field, and I think this is the town of Boston. Yeah, I'm in Boston. So I made it. I made it to where I will meet up with my team tomorrow, a town called Boston. Good morning. So this is it. There's the ball field. Last time I was out here, people were playing a game. And I think the rain has stopped now. So it should be getting a little better here today. So I made it. I made it to Boston. So that's it for my recording today. And I will start recording tomorrow. So I thank you for watching. I apologize if there's water all over my lens. I'll have everything cleaned off tomorrow. Okay, have a great night. So hey guys, I have a new friend. Say hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you all. Have a nice trip.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm in Boston. And I think this is really cool how they have all the little towns on here. And it's a really cool town here. And I am going to go inside and get some coffee from Connie.